Who Wants to Be a Ruby Engineer, a Ruby game show hosted by yours truly. My name is Drew Bragg. Contrary to popular belief, I am not from Oklahoma. I'm from Pennsylvania, which are nowhere near each other. I work for a really awesome company called Podia. We work on some really cool problems. I get to work with amazing engineers, and they were kind enough to send me to this conference. So shout out to them. They are awesome. I also have a podcast. It's called Code and the Coding Coders Who Code It. I will give you one guess what we talk about on that podcast. I can be found on the internet most places as Dr. Bragg. My last name has 2 G's in it. I was told that if you are giving a talk and you have a pet, you need to post a picture of them. So this is my dog. His name is Matsumoto. We call him Mats for short. Ask me how I came up with that name. All right, so a couple of disclaimers. My lawyers say I have to get this out of the way after a few incidents that happened the first couple of times I gave this game show. First thing, as we all know, naming things is hard. If you couldn't tell by the name of my podcast, the name of my dog, my username on the internet, I struggle with naming. So when it came time to name my silly little game show, I modeled it after Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So I took out the millionaire part, added the Ruby engineer part, and got Who Wants to Be a Ruby Engineer. All that is to say, do not take this seriously. I am not quizzing anyone's knowledge. You should not feel bad about getting questions wrong. You can feel good about getting questions right, but I picked some really weird Ruby syntax, so maybe question why you know it in the first place. Which brings me to my next disclaimer. Almost all of the Ruby we're going to look at is valid Ruby syntax. If we open up IRB, it will probably run in most cases, depending on your Ruby version. But maybe don't use it at work. Like, a lot of the questions originally came from me as a fairly experienced Rubyist looking at some Ruby code that PHP and C# devs had written and going, what the fuck? And I'm allowed to curse. Spike said I could, so I will be. Sorry in advance if anyone doesn't like cursing. I curse a lot. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so maybe don't. Because listen, I love that Ruby is weird. It is one of my favorite parts of the language. I consider myself a weird person, so I love that my language can be weird. It is so much fun to write because it is weird. We can write it in many different ways. But at the end of the day, we are professionals. We owe it to our coworkers and our future selves to write the most readable Ruby possible. It's definitely nice having AI now where you can just copy and paste some code in and go, what is going on here? I didn't have that luxury when I was deciphering some of this code. But yeah, let's write readable Ruby. So how's my game show going to work? We have a couple of little rules. Contestants are going to have about 30 seconds to guess the output of a short snippet of Ruby. I'm not a monster. It is multiple choice, A, B, C, or D. The questions are going to get progressively quote unquote harder. Maybe. It's completely I think this is harder than that. If you disagree with me, don't tell me because I don't care. And contestants will also have 2 powers to use, mimicking the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game show. They will be able to pair program, that is call a friend. They can ask someone in the audience whose name is not Brandon Weaver for the answer, and maybe they'll go with that. They could also ask AI, because that is a thing at this conference. Every talk has to mention AI. So there's me mentioning AI. You can ask AI, you all are AI. We're going to poll the audience and see what the most popular answer is. It still works because AI gets it wrong a lot. And so are you. So let's try one. I'm going to show you my snippet of Ruby. We're going to go over the answers. We're going to practice asking AI, where everybody's going to raise their hand when they think what they think the answer is, and we'll go from there. All right? So this is the size and coloring of my code. If you are sitting on the right side of the room or far in the back, you may want to move up closer. Now is the time to do that. It doesn't get better. Okay, some of my slides are from the 1970s, no syntax highlighting. All right, so if we have P, 1, 2 colons, a plus, an open parens, a 2, a closed parens, are we going to get A, 3? B, we're going to raise a no method error. C, we'll get back 12, or D, we'll raise a syntax error. All right, AI, Who thinks it's A? Okay. Who thinks it's B? Who thinks it's C? Who thinks it's D? And who didn't raise their hand? Don't do that. Even you people down in the basement. No, seriously, raise your hand. The people up here are going to need your help. Even if you're wrong, it's fine. No one cares. All right, so the answer is actually A. Okay, and for everybody who looked like this when I said it was A, don't worry, I got you. You're probably familiar with the double colon as a namespace resolution operator. It's how we move through namespaces in Ruby. It's how we look up constants, things like that. But also, it can be used to call instance methods. Since one is an instance of an integer that has a method plus, it's like sending plus with the argument of 2 to 1, more commonly 1 plus 2. Please, for the love of Mats, not that one, for the love of Mats, just don't. Just one, do you see what I mean when I'm like, maybe we don't use this in our production code at work? Like, this is the type of stuff I'm about to force on all of you. Sorry in advance. All right, so with that out of the way, are you all ready to play Who Wants to Be a Ruby Engineer? All right, let's get our first contestant. Come on down. Love it.
All right. Is this thing on? Yeah.
All right,
Drew,
so,
nice jacket. What color is that?
Thank you.
JavaScript? Am I right?
Am
I right? Huh?
I believe this is Ruby Red. That's at least what I put into Amazon when I said Ruby Red jacket, please.
I see.
If you would please introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, your name as part of the introduction, where you're from, and how long you've been working with Ruby.
Ben Randolph, live here in town, just a few blocks north. Represent Boulder. What's up? Been working in Ruby for 2.5-ish years. Pretty new to the industry, so let's do this thing.
Great. You ready to play?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right.
If there's anything that I want to be, it's this right here.
All right, let's go.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
so if we take a look up at the screen, this is your first question of Ruby. There's a string. All right.
I see how this is gonna go. Yeah.
This is valid Ruby, and it runs, okay? This was Mame-san's submission to Trick from 2018. If you have the chance, do yourself a favor, look up that whole repo. It's wild. This runs, and I tried to put a video of me running it into my slides, and I'm just terrible at making slides, if you couldn't tell. So, see me after. All right, so actually, let's take a look at your senior level question. This is a real one.
False.
Brandon, did you put him up to that? All right, so we have foo, ampersand equals 1. So when we print foo, we're going to get A, a syntax error, B, 1, C, nil, or D, false.
Yes.
Now remember, you do have 2 powers to use, but you have 4 questions in total.
I can only use 2 of my powers?
You can only use each power once.
Ooh.
So you have 2 powers, but each can only be used once, and you have 4 questions. You use them when you feel like you need to, but once you use them, they're gone.
Oof. I mean, my first instinct was false.
I heard you, yeah.
But if there's one thing that somebody always tells you, it's never rely on your first instinct. Never. Right?
Unless your instincts are really good.
I don't know. I mean...
Wait, hold on. I got something for this. There we go.
That helps.
I know. It's actually 30 seconds on the dot, and I didn't even plan it.
Oh, nice. I don't know if I want to use my powers yet. Nil. C.
C, nil. You are an excellent guesser.
Woo!
So this is a little known operator, or at least I don't see it quite often. This is logical AND. It's kind of the opposite of logical OR. In this case, the right-hand value will only be assigned to the left-hand variable if it is not falsy. So where OR works the other way, and it has to be falsy, if we had assigned foo first, it would be set to 1. But since it was nil, in this case, it doesn't get assigned to 1. So nice work.
Oh, thanks.
All right. You ready for your next one? Because it's a
no,
sample.
but let's go.
All right, let's do it anyway. All right, so we are going to print 1.5, and then we're going to call 2A. So we're going to get a range error, a no method error, nil, or an array 1 through 5.
Oh, I need the music.
Okay.
Thanks. So much better. Drew, I want to use a power.
Which power would you like to use? You can pair program, so if someone thinks they know the answer, maybe get your hand ready. Or we can poll the audience and see if they're going to hallucinate or not.
Can I just pick somebody from the audience?
You can also just put someone right on the spot.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
We're
We're going to pair program with...
Yeah, I'm going to pair program over here.
Anyone but Brendan Weaver?
I don't know. Okay.
Anyone not sitting
Yeah,
next
this guy
to
right
Brendan
here
Weaver?
in the black and white sweater was like, not me. Yeah, right here. Nope. Yep. You pointing. You have 3 fingers pointing back at you right now. So yeah. So let's you got a 25% shot. All right.
He thinks it's a D.
Okay, I'm gonna go with B.
You're going to go with B. You're going to go with B.
I'm gonna go with B as in
You
Wow.
should go with your gut more often. You're doing
that
great
is
at
not
this.
my gut. My gut was D.
Oh, okay. Don't go with your gut then. That's a terrible idea. Great guess.
All right.
So this is operator precedence. We need to wrap that range in parens before we call 2A. Otherwise, it's like calling 2A on 5, and that is not a thing. So we'd get a no method error. Great work. You're 2 for 2, but you can't pair program anymore.
Ooh,
You
no more
still
pair
can ask
programming.
AI.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We got a tender level question.
Okay. Should I be nervous?
I don't know. We got a method.
Nope.
My amazing naming skills at work. My method takes an argument foo, and then if foo is truthy, we'll get okay. If it's falsy, we'll get nope. So when we call my method that way, we're going to get an argument error, the string nope, the string okay, or a syntax error. You've already pair programmed, but you can ask AI, but you do have a question after this one, which is allegedly harder. Harder.
So much pressure. I don't have music.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. God, so much. It just.
I should just give you the deck at this point.
It just makes it so much better.
What do we think?
I have to go with C, Alex.
Okay.
What is okay?
What is okay?
What is okay?
Well, unfortunately, not that answer.
All right. Nope. See, and that was my instinct. Naturally.
Okay, so it's like 50-50.
It's like, yeah.
Okay, so the empty parens is void context in Ruby, which is just nil. So hold on. It's easier if I can do this. I have a laser pointer. So this right here is like passing nil. Nil would be falsy, so we would get no. Make sense? Sort of. Why not? Don't do this, by the way. This is shitty. Don't do this.
Oops.
Okay, last one. Our Matt's level question for all the marbles.
I think we know where I'm going with this one.
I'm not going to read that, so you can just look at it. It's a bunch of symbols and some numbers. No, I'm kidding. So it says lambda that takes a variable that has a default of 1. In our brackets, we have x plus 2, and then we're using triple equals to 3. So, will we get 3? Will we get true? Will we get 5? Or will we get false? I have a feeling I know what you're about to do.
Yeah.
Do you want to start the music first or just ask?
We absolutely have to start
we got to
the
start
music.
the
It's part of the
music.
game,
Okay.
isn't it? All right. I have an instinct, but
Don't tell them.
No, I'm not
no
going
bias.
to, but I have that imposter syndrome right now, and I'm really unsure of myself, so I need to ask AI.
All right,
this.
AI. Who thinks it's A?
None? No one?
Who thinks it's B? True. There's a couple of people. Who thinks it's C5? A couple. And who thinks it's D false? A lot of people think it's D.
Man.
So a lot of people. So the time.
Yeah, I mean
that was 30 seconds.
That was 30 seconds.
It's
so
they took a while.
false.
Poor internet connection.
False. D.
False.
I'm
D.
gonna-
You're
I'm
going
gonna
with
go
it?
with the hallucin.
You're gonna go with the
hallucination?
AI. I told you they can
Yeah.
hallucinate.
Ah. Yeah.
Right? So it turns out, of all the ways to call procs and lambdas, you can use the triple equals. Now this at surface level is like, the fuck? Like someone take Matt's drugs away from him, right? Like what's going on? But this actually, so if this works really, this is how Ruby handles case statements under the hood, right? So it's calling the triple equals against your lambdas, and this is how that works. But like, leave it internal to Ruby, don't just this, do this, okay? Or maybe brackets, but like not that, because it's confusing. Great work.
All right, thank you, thank you.
Let's get our next contestant. Come on down.
Hey, let's go. I'm back.
He's back. All right. For anybody who was foolish enough not to attend your talk, please introduce
Why would they do
yourself,
that? Yeah.
name, where you're from, and how long you've been working with Ruby.
Yeah, so I'm Max. I work for Shopify. I hesitate to tell you my title now because of the categories. Staff engineer on checkout. What were the prompts? Where am I from?
Yep.
If you can't tell, I'm from Orlando, Florida.
The shirt does give it away.
And the beer has gone directly to my head, coming from sea level. This will be fun. And I've been working for Ruby north of a decade, like 11 years, 12 years, somewhere around there.
Are you ready to play?
No.
Well, we're going to
Let's
do it
go.
anyway, so let's go. So your senior level question. There's a lot going on here, but it's not that crazy, I swear. So we have foo, it's equal to class.new. Name 1 is equal to foo.name. Then the constant bar is equal to foo, and name 2 is equal to foo.name. And then the constant baz, because I can't name for shit, is equal to foo, and name 3 is equal to foo.name. So if we have an array of name 1, name 2, name 3. Sorry, the elevation.
Yeah.
What are we going to get? So we're going to get nil, bar, and bar, foo, bar, and bar. Or no, sorry, foo, bar, and baz. I don't even know my own answers. Class, class, and class, or nil, nil, and nil. Now, you do have 2 powers, 4 questions. Use them sparingly, but use them when you feel you need.
Yeah, so I
Sorry,
class.
wait. Okay, now
All right, no. I class.new all the time. This is syntax I use every day for some reason. It's not true. I would think class.new gives you a class in foo where the name is class. And then foo, when you set it to bar, is just in the same reference. So I think it is just class.
You think it's you think it's C?
I'm gonna pick C. Did you like how I timed that perfectly to the
You
music?
did real. I was.
I
like,
walked
did
it.
you? Okay.
I'm gonna pick C.
You're gonna pick C.
Lock it in.
Final answer.
Yes. No.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. So module name, if it's if it's assigned to an anonymous class or module, is going to be nil until it is assigned to a constant, and then it takes that constant's name, and it doesn't change even if you reassign it, which is sort of weird.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to. Leave me alone. All right. You ready for your next one?
No.
Well, we're going to do it anyway.
Okay.
This is a much easier one, I think.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Do you want me to read this one, or you think you got it?
No, I want you to read it.
All right, fine.
We need a little bit more time.
I'll just start the waiting now. So my proc is equal to a proc with foo and bar, and then we're going to print foo. It's foo, and bar is bar, because I can't name anything. And then my lambda is the same basic concept. It's a lambda that takes foo and bar, and we're going to print foo and bar. So when we call my proc with an array of the strings x and y, and we call my lambda with an array of the strings x and y, what are we going to get? Will it be A, the strings foo x bar y twice, the string foo x bar y, and then an argument error? Brandon. Shh. Is it just going to do an argument error? Or is it going to, I'm sorry, I shushed you, and then I forgot that I changed these answers to make more sense, and I thought you were going to call me out on, like, if I had 2 argument errors, because, like, it would raise it twice, but never mind. So foo, the string foo to the array x and y, strings, array with strings x and y, and then bar has nothing, and then an argument error.
All right. Okay. So
You do still have your 2 powers.
the trick here.
Is there a trick? I would never do that.
Who could say?
Who would do that?
I wonder if proc and stabby arrow perform differently. I'm sure they do for some
I thought
reason.
lambdas were just procs.
Yeah. I'm gonna use a power up.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to ask AI
All right,
for
AI.
this one.
Who thinks it's A, the 2 same strings? Who thinks it's B, the string and the argument error? Who thinks it's going to be both of them are argument errors, but I only put it up there once because Brandon would have called me out otherwise? There's a couple. And who thinks it's D? Whoa, that's a lot of people. And who didn't raise their hand? Stop doing that.
Yeah.
All right, so D had overwhelming majority. I'm sorry, I'm drinking beer.
Me too.
Yeah.
No way.
It's such a great idea to open the bar before my talk, Spike.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I'm sure it's helping improve AI greatly. So the overwhelming majority thought it was D, but all answers got I think all but A got.
But here's the
some
thing.
hints. Yeah.
Brandon Weaver.
Don't
thought
look
it
at
was
him.
B.
Brandon, could you please leave the room?
I'm gonna go with B
You're.
for no indeterminate reason whatsoever.
Come back, I was kidding. Just don't look at Brandon
Don't send him to the
when we
basement.
pull AI. Yeah.
There he is.
So yes, your instincts were correct. Procs and lambdas do behave a little bit differently.
Yeah,
Lambdas
this
are
bullshit.
much more strict
Yeah.
about the arguments they take in, but also if you pass an array to a proc, it'll automatically deconstruct it, where lambdas will not. If we want that lambda to behave correctly, we got to hold on, wrong button. We got to splat the array in order to get things correct. That's not
Yes.
right.
Great.
Typo.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't have that power anymore, but you can still pair program. Are you ready for your tender love question?
Can I ask a question? Can I
Yes, 'cause
direct
you-
message Tinder Love on Slack for my?
If you think he will
For my
answer in
PowerPoint.
a timely fashion, go for
He
it.
will not.
He
Okay.
will not. All right. So we have our familiar range.
Yep.
1
Oh, you
through
put
5,
parens around it
but
this
we
time.
put parens
That's great.
around it this time. And we're gonna map and then a whole bunch of symbols.
Yes.
Just some symbol, like I don't have a cat, but that's what I imagine would happen if they walked on the keyboard.
Okay.
Um,
Yes.
Are we going to get an array with negatives 1 through 5?
What does the @ sign do?
That's what I'm asking you. A no method error, a syntax error, or are we going to drop the last
Yeah, why
element
don't
in
we
the
drop
array
the
and
last
1
one of
through
the-
4?
Sure.
Ready and go.
Okay, so all right, so 1
What
through
does-
5, we're gonna have an iteration. We're gonna project over the iteration. We're gonna apply the function negative ampersand to each element in the collection. I don't think ampersand means placeholder value, because why would it?
Why so many things?
I'm gonna go with B.
You're going to go with B. Final
Yes.
answer.
Brandon's sad. He's sad, man. Oh,
So
man. What does ampersand do? Or what is that? @ sign. What does
the
@ sign do?
So the @ sign is unary. For unary operators.
Oh.
So it's how negative numbers are represented.
It
Integer
is?
has the unary method negative @, which is how you get negative 5 with the instance of.
Sure. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad that's there. Yeah.
The more you
I'm glad
know.
it's- I'm gonna- Just take a drink.
All right. So you got one last question.
Uh-huh.
You can still pair program.
Yes.
Can't ask AI, but you can pair program with anybody but Brandon, or anyone sitting next to Brandon, or within the general vicinity of Brandon. Basically, just no one like right here.
Anyone over there.
Um,
Okay. Perfect.
So I got a pretty easy one for you. We got a method num is equal to 5, and then we have a for loop. Num in stop cackling. Okay. Shouldn't have started drinking already. And then we're gonna use a for loop to iterate over 1, 2, and 3. We're not even gonna print num until the very end, outside of the for loop. So that's gonna get us a name error.
Uh-huh.
The number 5,
Uh-huh.
the number 3, or nil. You can pair program
Okay.
if you'd like.
So I think in is used for some pattern matching bullshit.
Is it? I don't know pattern matching.
And so I'm gonna pair program with somebody.
Okay, who thinks they might know the answer? Or we'll just volunteer someone.
You know,
There's like a
Who's-
half rabbit
is
ear
there-
hand.
okay, half rabbit here. Well, let's hear it. I didn't even notice that was a method declaration at the top. I thought it was a variable assignment.
That's a method, def num.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So it's a method num.
Sure. Endless
No-
methods.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I have listen,
Ruby
I only
feature.
have a finite amount of space, okay? That
Was
is
it?
true.
Yes.
So
Okay.
wait, so what do you
What
think
was
the
your
answer
answer?
is? You think it's
He
C,
thinks it's C.
3.
Yeah, let's go with it.
Okay.
Is it C?
Now, did you actually know
Thank-
that, or did I tell you that earlier? All right, good. All right, yes, it
plant.
is in fact 3. 4. A lot of people know there's a difference between 4 and each, and it's not just like easier to read eaches or whatever. Because 4 doesn't have its own scope, it can overwrite local variables and method names. So you have to be super careful using 4. Just use each. It's a real thing. Max, thanks for playing.
Yes,
Give a round of
thank
applause
you.
to our contestant.
I learned so many new things.
I certainly hope not. Let's get our next contestant. Come on down.
Well, hey, everybody.
All right, same deal. Introduce yourself. Tell us your name, where you're from, and how long you've been working with Ruby.
All right. Well, my name's Eliza Ward. I've been working with Ruby for about 2 years. I am from Boulder, Colorado, and I'm a junior dev seeking my first position.
All right. Are you ready to play Who Wants to Be a Ruby Engineer?
Always ready as hell, Ruby.
All right, good answer. Senior level question. We have an IVAR hello, and it's set to the string world. And if we print the string hello with some symbols and hello, what are we going to get back? Are we going to get a syntax error, the string hello world, the string just as we put it right there, or a name error?
Ooh, that's
Now,
a
you
little
do have
tricky.
2 powers you can use, but also 4 questions, so don't use them too early. Use them at your discretion.
Fair. All right. Well, based on my knowledge, which is, got some gaps, at hello, save the string world to it. So if we were printing out hello, we're using some curly brackets, so it's not going to take that exact string. So it's not going to be B. Until I hear that, now I'm going to question every choice I make.
Didn't use one of her powers.
I don't want to use it yet. There's harder questions to come. I'm going to guess A. Is the syntax error?
Gonna guess A. All right.
I'm guessing it's wrong, but
I mean, you're right that it's wrong.
interesting. Hey, I got part of it right.
Yeah, I mean, so it was in fact B, and for those I heard go,
Why?
huh?
Yeah.
This was the funnest like typo. I was like, why is this working? I obviously made a typo. When you're interpolating IVARs, class vars, and global variables, you don't need the curly braces.
I found what was missing, just not why.
Because reasons. I don't
Facts.
actually know why, I just know it works. All right. Next question, our staff level question. We have a method. God, I suck at naming so bad. It's so bad. We have a method called stringify. It takes an argument which we've named hash, and then whatever we pass in as the argument, we call 2s on. So when we call stringify and we pass it some curly braces, the missing curly braces from the last question, do we get the string curly braces? Do we get nil? Do we get an argument error? Or do we get a no method error?
Ooh,
You do have your powers still.
that's fair. Oh gosh, I kind of want to save them for the last two questions. But considering how I did in the last one, let's do Ask AI.
Okay, AI. Who thinks it's A, string with curly braces? 1, 2, 3, couple. Okay, we got like 4 or 5 people. Who thinks it's B, nil? A couple more people. Who thinks it's C, an argument error? A few more. And who thinks it's D, no method error? Who thinks it's C?
I think that's
And who thinks it's D? And who didn't raise their hand? Okay, I would argue that D got more, but only by a little bit. You don't have to listen to AI.
That's
It can
fair.
hallucinate,
That's fair.
But I think the most of them thought it was D.
You think? Oh gosh, it's like those were the two I was hopping back and forth between. Looking at it though, just like my instinct says C. I mean, a hash is not. You can't turn that into a string, so it's something to do with the argument. So C.
So yes, but not for the reason why you thought.
Oh, please tell me.
So it is an argument error because without the parentheses when we call that method, because all methods implicitly take a block, Ruby's going to treat those curly braces like it's a block. Don't groan at me. Talk to Mats. I didn't write this. I'm just relaying the information. Mats is the one that came up with this nonsense.
Sure, Drew. We're not being tricky.
So it would be an argument error, not for the reasons why you thought, but excellent guess. But yes, this is, again, missing parentheses can get us into a spot of trouble. We have a tender level question. You can still pair program. You have a Matt's level question after this.
Alrighty. Good. As many question marks as my brain is having right now.
I should I'm so sorry.
Oh, you good.
So we're going to print question mark A and we're going to add question mark 1 to it.
Good.
We're going to get a type error.
Uh-huh.
The string A1, which is actually a pretty good steak sauce, a syntax error, or 146. Yep.
Okay. Oh, man.
No more AI, but you can pair program,
okay.
or you can just work through it all on your own. Whatever you'd like to do.
The way this is going and seeing the other contestants, I almost want to go the exact opposite of my instincts.
I mean,
at least with where I'm at. I think I'm going to save my pair program for the last one. And I mean, my instincts say it's going to be an error, so I think I'm going to do B.
you're going to go with, wait. Okay, so you're going the opposite of your instinct.
I'm going the opposite
You
of my
think it's
instinct.
B.
Yeah, I'm like,
Final
maybe my
answer?
instinct is wrong. Sure.
You're correct.
That's not fair.
I mean, you got it right.
I
How's
mean,
that
that's
fair?
true. Well, did I really? I went against my instinct.
So this answer is dependent on which version of Ruby you're running.
That's a little cheap.
Prior to 1.9, so 1.8 and older, the question mark was a way of getting ASCII code points for a single character string. So A would be 97, 1 would be 49. Math is hard, but I'm pretty sure that's 146. But in newer versions of Ruby, they kept the question mark as a single character string special notation. It's just still there. It just returns the string. That's all it does. For reasons.
Perfect.
Backwards compatibility mostly, but yes, that is how that trick question came about.
Great.
All
Love
right,
it.
so your last question, your maths level question, you can still pair program. Oh, I'm so sorry.
This looks like a little bit of everything, huh?
There's some stuff going on here.
Good. Very good.
Shh. All right, so we have a range of 1 through 5. We're going to iterate over it. We're going to have the variable I inside of our loop. We're going to do next if I double equals 2 with a range, ... I double equals 4. Otherwise, we're going to print I. So when we run this, will we get 2, 3, and 4, 3, 1, and 5, or a syntax error?
Ooh, well, since I got one of those powers left, even before I get started, let's do a pair program.
All right, who thinks they know the answer?
Please help.
Not Brandon. All right, it's
Go ahead.
so you know what's going on, just not how it works, which is, thank you for proving my point of this is hard. I don't think you did. But I think I followed. I've been drinking. Leave me alone. What do you, so I'm sorry. So what do you think the answer is? C. Thinks the answer is C.
You know, that makes sense to me. It says next if
That made
it's in this
sense to you?
range. It
Any
maybe
of that made sense to you?
it made sense to me. Maybe
All right,
it
so
didn't
you
make
think
sense
it's
to
C,
you.
final answer.
Yes.
Okay. Nice work.
Woohoo! Thank you for the help.
So yes, even with the spoiler, this is the flip-flop operator, and yes, it is just that confusing that even if you know what it is, you have to stare at it and go, how does this work again? But when I ran into it, I didn't even know how to Google that. Because there's no AI. I couldn't, at the time, I couldn't copy and paste it into AI and be like, hey, what's going on here? All I could be like is, hey, how do I, like, what does this mean in Ruby? And it's like, it's a range. And I'm like, but it's not. And it's like, no, it's definitely a range. And it's not. And it's a flip-flop operator. And yes, so it's a flip-flop is used inside of conditionals, with conditionals inside of loops. The conditional will evaluate to true when the first item evaluates to true until the second item evaluates to true. If anybody couldn't hear Brandon's point that this is actually pretty useful in HTML parsing, I think that's about it though. So unless you're doing that, let's just not. Okay, nice work. Let's give
Thanks,
our
guys.
Round of applause and thank you very much. And let's get our next and last contestant. Come on down. All right, same deal as everybody else.
I remember that deal. Say it again.
Your name, where you're from, and how long you've been working with Ruby.
My name is Eric. I'm from Atlanta, and I think 15 years.
15 years with your shoes
Which
off?
is
Got
gonna
it.
make this more embarrassing.
Like I said, if you're getting a lot of these questions right, you're either Brandon Weaver or get a hobby. I said or get a hobby.
I think this would be a good one.
All right. So they're all trick questions. All right, you ready to play?
Yes, what
Senior
I've learned
level?
is I'm supposed to stare at his expression. while
No,
you ask
don't. Somebody get a sack to put over Brandon's head and a ball gag, please. All right. Shh. What were we doing? We were doing your senior level question. All right, we have the variable str is equal to an empty string. We're going to shovel the integer 97 into it. So when we print str, will we get a type error, the string 97, the string lowercase a, or the integer 97? You do have your 2 powers, but you do have additional questions after this.
I don't
Totally up to
remember
you.
if 97 is the ASCII value for A. I feel like it should be lower than that.
I mean, we did just go over
Okay,
this.
my instinct is that the only reason that that would work is if we're taking a code point and adding it to the end of a string, but
Oh, really? Tell me more.
no, I think I will ask the audience. I mean, what's it called? Yeah, ask the AI. Carefully craft my prompts.
All right, audience, do your thing. Who thinks it's a type error? There's 3-ish people right here.
Interesting, they're all sitting next to Brandon.
That's it. Put your hands down. B, the string 97. There's a couple of people all throughout. C, lowercase a. That's more people. Or D, the integer 97. Bueller? There we go. We got 2-ish people for D. So I think, what was that? C had the most?
Yeah, by quite
But
a
the
bit.
people sitting close to Brandon
But
thought
I
it was
did
A?
just explain why I thought it was that before they did it. I probably shouldn't have.
So do they think it's A because of your
Honestly, if
explanation?
no method error was up there, I probably would have picked it. But I'm gonna
Noted.
go with C.
Hold on, let me change this real quick. Noted for next time, thank you.
Yeah, I'll go with C.
You're gonna go with C.
Yay!
Yes, indeed. Your instinct was correct. When you are shoveling an object into a string, if that object is an integer, it will consider it a code point, and it will convert it into its ASCII-compatible character. 97, as we've already learned, is A.
To me, that operator still means constructing strings in C++. So,
Well, this is Ruby.
yeah. And why would you do it? Carry on.
All right, are you ready for your staff level question? You can't ask AI
Technically.
anymore,
Yeah.
but you can pair program if you need to. I'm not going to read this one.
That's okay.
I'm just going to let you look at it for a hot minute.
I would not have expected that you could use a method as a hash key.
I mean, maybe you can't.
Oh, yeah,
I've
let's
been
see what the
known to
options
throw
are.
an error in here occasionally. It definitely has happened
done
once
2,
or
though.
twice or 3 times. So is it a syntax error, or are we going to get the
Oh, wait. That isn't a method. That's the symbol name of the method. Pretty sure. Carry on.
that? Yes. The hash. What were we talking about? A hash, a nil, for reasons, or D, another hash, but a more different hash. Gesundheit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when you define a method, the return value, I know that it's a symbol. I think that even in that sorry, apparently
That was
that's
awesome.
very sensitive. Even in that context, I think we'll still get a symbol. I'm surprised that endless methods work in parens like that. So, and because I thought that before I saw option D, I really feel like it's D. So I'm going to go there. D.
D.
Yes.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay. You are correct. So yeah, this is a bit of a weird one for many reasons. You can do math to get hash key values, but you can also do math to get hash keys. So when we're doing 2 + 2, it will make the key 4. I don't know why you can do that, but you can.
It's
And
just
then,
an
yes, to
expression.
your point, you can also do an endless method in parentheses to this return
It's just an
value
expression.
symbol.
You can stick expressions anywhere.
I mean, I guess, but why? Yes, because why not? All right, nice work. You can still pair program for your tender love question,
You already stole all my pairs.
but you can't ask AI anymore. Are you ready for your tender love question?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Proc is equal to proc with open bracket, curly braces, open curly braces, hello, proc, end curly braces, and curly braces, proc, bracket, hello.
Now I know that I would smack someone for doing that. I don't know if the interpreter will do it to me.
So, are we going to get a syntax error if we attempt to do this? The string proc the hash with the key value pair hello and proc, or an argument error. If you remember whether or not procs are strict about their arguments.
I do remember that part. I feel like there were like 2 or 3 reserved words in Ruby, and I can't remember if that's one of them.
There are a handful of reserved words.
Well, I want to pair program on this one.
We're going to pair program, so does anybody... Oh, hey, yellow shirt guy.
Wait, what?
It's blue this time. You should have went home and got the yellow one. It's a disguise. Sorry, I recognize you. I don't think this one was in the last time I gave it, though. So what do you think it is? Do you think it's A, B, C, or D?
Don't know that part.
That is true. The last time I gave this talk, he was in the audience and got called on no less than 3 times, and every single time, very confidently, got the answer wrong. He learned so much.
Yeah, so I'm debating between syntax error and hello proxy. My gut says syntax error.
Syntax error?
I'm gonna go with that, yeah.
Final answer?
Yes. Damn it. I apologize.
Stand up and take a bow.
You got redemption. That was on me. And him. He misled me.
So yeah, there's a couple of things going on. You can, in fact, call a proc with just brackets. You don't need the dot brackets. Procs allow for arbitrary arguments, like we've already found. And proc is not a keyword.
Huh?
So there you go.
No. What are the keywords?
I don't know.
Hey, Brandon, what are the keywords? Oh, I got it for you.
He's off the clock.
That should only
All right.
help.
Last, you don't have any more powers. It's just you.
Invisibility isn't useful here.
Yeah, no, maybe. I don't know. Matt's level question, last question for all the marbles. A is equal to sleep 1 point. You shut your mouth.
You made a mistake, Drew.
I may have, but I can't take this out because, spoiler alert, Matt's was in the audience when I gave this game show one time, and he got this wrong. So sleep 1.5 is, A is equal to sleep 1.5, so when we print A, will we get back 1, nil, 2, or every time we call A, will the system sleep for 1.5 seconds? Ready, and go.
Huh.
Agreed.
I thought this was Ruby version dependent.
I mean, sort of?
I think the answer is A and C, but I'm gonna go with
That
A.
was
'Cause
very well timed.
You'll give it to me if it is A and C.
You think it's...
I think it's.
You can't pick 2, pick 1.
You picked 2 earlier. I watched.
I know
2.
I said 2 were correct, but you
Yeah,
only get to pick 1.
Exactly. I'm picking A, but I think it's both.
You're picking A, but you think it's both.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yes. So according to the Ruby docs,
Wait, there's docs.
sleep will return. Yeah, and there's some fucked up shit in it, actually. There's like really weird stuff in it. Sleep will return the actual amount of time slept rounded, so it could be different depending on what the system is doing. But as Brandon Weaver found out after I stumped him with this question, it's actually deterministic. It will be a 1 and then a 2 and then a 1 and then a 2. If you put it in a 100 times loop, it'll be a 1 and then a 2 and a 1 and a 2. And Matt says that's wrong, which is awesome because he was so confused that when he got it wrong, and we had a very long conversation about this. But yes, your point of
He hasn't fixed it yet?
in different versions of Ruby, in older versions of Ruby, sleep didn't even take floats. It only took integers. And it would always return that integer. And then when it came time to accept floats, they were like, cool, we'll just round it. But it shouldn't be deterministic, and Matt has no idea why it is.
Still?
Still.
I assumed that he would spend the next week figuring it out.
I mean, I'm sure he's got better shit to do than figure out why my games show the works.
Well, do we not have better stuff to do? I mean, it's for
All right,
for
can
the
I get
fun,
a round of
Drew.
applause for all of our contestants? Thank you. And a quick thank you to all of the prize sponsors. Everyone who came up is going to be walking away with some awesome prizes. I have some Ruby-shaped fidget toys, codes for Ruby t-shirts from Andy Kroll. Joe Mazzolotti sent over some of his new book, Hotwire Native for Rails Devs. And my podcast sponsors, Honey Badger and Judo Scale, give me money every month, and occasionally I use that to buy books for people. And that is how we got the rest of the prizes, so thank you to them. And also a big thank to Spike and Becky for putting on Rocky Mountain Ruby. I love this conference. I'm super happy he allows me to come back and do this nonsense. I am Drew Bragg. This is how to get a hold of me. That's my podcast. Thank you very much, guys. Go have a drink.